Hello, good afternoon. This is David Stover talking to you, and today is my weekly trade predictions for the upcoming trading week of April 18th through April 22nd, 2022. Okay, and what I do here, like always, I'm going to show you all the major Forex currency pairs on a 30-minute time frame. Okay, and I do that just so we can see what happened this past week. Okay, and then I'm going to compare that to higher time frames, such as the 1 hour and 4 hour chart, using my magnificent trend indicator. And then based on my experience, I will try to give you my analysis of what I think is going to happen this coming week, right? So, to begin with, the US dollar did go up this past week, okay? And I predicted that the US dollar would most likely go up, and it has. But now I feel that it has hit a pretty strong level of resistance and soon will be coming down. Okay, I did not think it would go up that much, but it actually went up more than I thought it would. But that's fine. If you have a sell position open on any of the USD pairs, I would say hold it, because soon all the USD pairs are going to be dropping. Okay, so start off with, I have Euro USD put up on the chart here. Okay, so if the US dollar is going up, that would mean the Euro USD is going down, doing the opposite, right? One goes up, the other one must come down. And what we see here is more or less a range of market, but the price did end lower than where it began. And we see here on Thursday we had a price drop, okay? So, and that was due to news of the US dollar. And that's okay. We want this to go, well, we want this to go up, okay? And we had two sell signals and then a drop, so that's actually good. Now we're getting ready to go back up. You see here, it's kind of interesting. Friday was pretty much dead, okay? That's why I don't like to really trade on Friday so much, because it's pretty much dead. Unless there's a big event like non-farm payroll or something that's going to move the market. But you see here, there was very little movement. Doesn't mean it's not going to pick back up. Okay, what I predict is that this coming week we're going to see this price go up, and we'll be seeing the US dollar come down. So if we zoom out here, I'm going to look at the 1 hour chart real quick and show you. You basically see the same thing you just saw with the price drop right there. And then if you zoom out a little bit, we see we had multiple sell signals and finally hit that level of support. And I was thinking that we would hit about the same level right here before, and that's where the price is right now. So it actually broke that. So there still is a slight possibility that the price could drop more. But based on what we're seeing right now, I don't think that's going to happen. In order for the price to come way back up, that's going to take some time. Okay, it might take a few weeks, but rest assured that the price will be going up. If you look at the 4 hour chart and get a little bit bigger picture, okay, we see that the price has been slowly going down for quite some time now. Okay, this dates all the way back to the 25th of October last year, 2021. So that's about a 6 month period, I guess, 5 or 6 month period where the price has been dropping. Okay, so little by little it's going to go back up. And what we do see right here is that we hit this strong level of support and hit that same support again, and that's where the price is now. Now, yes, it did break, so meaning that the price will most likely continue down over the long term. If I mark this support right here, I want to show you something. We had a strong support here, but it broke here just slightly, and then later on it went back up, and then later on continued down even more. Same thing happens right here where we are now. If I mark this support right here, we see that it already broke, but same thing happened here before. It broke and went back up. It break here, it's going to go back up again. Okay, it might take a few weeks, maybe another month, I don't know, but eventually it's going to break and go down even more. Okay, and I'm not a fortune teller. Okay, it could just keep going up and up and up, and that's if the US dollar keeps going down. US dollar, the unemployment rate has been steadily dropping over time, which those numbers are, in my opinion, my personal opinion, are inflated. Those are not accurate numbers, but those are the numbers that the U.S. government is putting out to try and prop themselves and, position the U.S. dollar as the leader of the world economy, right? So, I don't know. If we keep seeing the unemployment rate drop, we'll see the value of the U.S. dollar go up. So, I don't know. This one definitely dropped, meaning the U.S. dollar has definitely gone up. So, but everything goes in cycles, okay? Anything that goes up must come down. So, this is getting ready to go back up, guaranteed. And U.S. dollar is getting ready to go down, guaranteed, okay? So, it's going to be a slow process. So, just hold in there. So, for this week, I would definitely recommend buying the Euro USD, okay? I would wait until at least the London session on Monday before we go placing any trades, just to be safe, okay? And you could place a buy trade and hold it until you get the next red arrow, okay? So the price might go up and back down and probably get another buy signal, okay? I'm on a 30-minute time frame here, but that's fine. If you want to keep it on a 30-minute, you can, or you can use a default 1-hour chart. Either way is perfectly fine. But what I would probably do is keep it on a 30-minute chart and look for another blue arrow. Okay, when you get the second blue arrow, then you can place your trade. Okay, if you zoom out here, look at this. Okay, you had red arrow followed by a lower, but then you went up higher. Okay, so we don't know. Okay, you could wait till the third blue arrow and place your trade. If I go back in the past a little bit more, we see we had 3 blue arrows in a row going up, okay? So, and here we had a lot of red arrows going down. So, eventually, even if you place a sell trade here and it shot back up, you would definitely have some drawdown, but in the end, you would have profit, okay? We don't know the future, though. That's a problem. But I would wait until the second blue arrow, place your trade, and hold it until you finally get a red arrow. And you could place additional trades for every blue arrow you get here on out, okay? So you could have multiple trades placed and wait for them to all close in profit when you get a red arrow. All right, moving on to Great British Pound versus US dollar. Okay, now this one's a lot different, as you can see. Okay, the price did surge up on this last Wednesday, and then Thursday shot back down because of the US dollar. So this one is a lot different, but similarities. This last Friday was pretty much dead in the market. There was like hardly any movement, as you can see here, and the week just kind of surged along, moving in a sideways pattern. So this past week was kind of a strange week, if you ask me, but either way, we still have some decent movement. You see the price ended just slightly higher than where it began, so that is a sign that this will be going up, okay? There is no red arrow here, so we can predict that this will be going up even more. If I look at the 1-hour chart and zoom out, we have an up arrow here. If I look at the 4-hour, get an even bigger picture, we see that, yes, we had a red arrow here. We had a long downtrend. This started here back on the 22nd, 23rd of March, okay? And we're already, it ended on the 14th, 13th, 14th of April. So that's about a 3-week period, okay, that the price was dropping. Now we're going into an uptrend, and we could expect probably about the next 2 weeks or so for this price to continue slowly going up, okay? So where it looks right now is good to place a buy trade and hold it until you get the next red arrow. Again, you can put a chart on a 30-minute time frame, and I would probably wait until I get another blue arrow and then place your trade. If you have not already, if you have a trade already open right now, just hold it, and then if you get another blue arrow, yes, you can place additional trades as well. So eventually this will be going up. It's just going to take you some time and patience, okay? So moving on to Australian dollar versus the US dollar. Again, this one's a lot different. Okay, a lot different. And not every currency pair is going to follow the same pattern, the ones that are matched with the US dollar. But we see here the price did end slightly lower than where it began. So, you know, it did surge, but had a nice little drop off. Now it snagged a blue arrow here on the end, on the tail end of Friday, which technically means it's going to go up, but it's such a fresh signal. I would not count on it going up right now. I would probably think that it might drop a little more, and this indicator will repaint. So be patient on this one. I would not go buying right now. If I look at the 1 hour chart, I get a little bit different picture, but about the same. If I look at the 4 hour, though, I get a much bigger picture of what the market is doing. And we see here we had a big long uptrend, and then we had kind of a short downtrend. Okay, now again, this is a very fresh signal, so it might drop a little bit more. And from this arrow to this arrow was the 14th of March all the way to the 5th of April. So you look again, you're looking at about 3 week period. And this right here, interestingly enough, is only about maybe a 2 week, okay, period. And so, but now we're getting ready to go back into uptrend. One thing to note, and this is always a good thing to do, draw a trend line like this. Okay, you have a high point here, another high point, and we're looking for a third. Okay, technically you get 3 points here, or you get 2 points here and 1 point here, so that's 3 points already to confirm your trend line. But we're looking for this to come up and break this trend line. If it does that, I would definitely buy it. Okay, and you can keep your charts on the 1 hour or 4 hour, doesn't matter. Either way, as long as you can see this trend line right here. Look, this is a 1 hour chart right here. Okay, you can see this a little bit clearer, a little bit better, and we're looking for this to break. Okay, do not place a buy trade right now. Wait. I would wait until the London session or even New York session on Monday before I go place any trades, and I would definitely wait for this trend line to break. So it might even be Tuesday before this breaks. We don't know. That's just the thing you have to be patient about. Okay, and that's the key to success in Forex, is being patient. That's something I've always had a problem with, had to learn the hard way. So anyhow, so next we're going to look at the US dollar versus Swiss franc, and like I said, if those pairs were dropping, the US dollar has gone up. And like I said at the beginning of the video, like I said in the beginning of this video, the US dollar has definitely gone up this past week, as you can clearly see here. But now it's like formed this level of resistance, like a ceiling here, like a rooftop, and it's just kind of sitting there. Okay, so we got a signal to sell right now, and the price has not really begun to drop, but I predict that it will very soon. Let me go to the 4 hour chart and give you a bigger picture of what's going on. So you see here the price hit this point before. I'm going to mark it for you. This is a resistance high point right here. The price did not hit it this time. That's fine. Does not have to. Typically what that means is that the prices will be going into a downtrend. Okay, you'll have a higher point followed by a lower high point. Okay, higher high and lower high, if that makes any sense, right? But what that also means is that the next time we get another red arrow on this 4 hour chart, it could be a month or two from now, I don't know, but the next red arrow that we get should be even lower. Okay, so what will happen is, if I zoom out a little bit, the price will drop some in this range here, I don't know, and then go back up and form another red arrow somewhere here. Okay, so about 500-600 points lower than where we are right now. Okay, so just have to be patient. I would not go placing a sell trade right now. I would definitely wait till at least the London New York session on Monday, okay, before I go place any trades. I want to see what the market is doing. if you go back to, let's say we go to a 15-minute chart, smaller time frame, difficult to draw a trend line here. Typically, I would want to draw a trend line like this going up, but it's already broke that and has not come down. So what we can do here is mark a support level. Okay, here is a strong support level, and you can see that by this candle that shot down right here. Okay, and what we're looking for is the price to break below that, and then I would place a sell trade, but I would set a small take profit. Here's another resistance that was broken and is now a support. So if we, let me get the crosshairs. If we, let's say this price breaks here and we place a sell trade and we wait till it gets down to here, that's again another 200 maybe 250 points in profit. Okay, and that would be a nice little trade right there. How far will this drop? I don't know, but we see we have, I'm on the 1 hour chart here. On the 1 hour chart, we have 3 blue arrows in a row. Okay, and if we zoom out, we see we have 2 red arrows in a row, 2 blue arrows, multiple red arrows. So what I feel is going to happen is we're probably going to have several red arrows in a row going back down. Okay, so you can keep your charts on a 1 hour or even 30-minute time frame. I would not go lower than that. But see here on a 30-minute time frame, you have multiple signals to buy or sell. So you could place multiple trades every time you get a signal to sell. So right now, looks like a decent time to place a sell trade. Although, like I said, I would wait until at least the New York session, and then just hold it until you get another blue arrow and you can close that. Okay, you can also place additional trades as well if you get another red arrow. All right, does that make sense? So this one is definitely going to be going down, so be looking to sell. Moving on to US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Okay, wow, this one has definitely gone up. This is kind of crazy, and this one honestly pissed me off because I thought the price was going to go here, and the price, if I mark that, I'm going to mark this so you can see it. Again, I'm not a fortune teller, but I was under the impression that the price was going to hit this and go back down. So I had put a sell limit pin order here in anticipation that the price was going to drop. I knew the price was going up here, and I didn't think it would go down that much further, but it actually broke and went up even higher. But it's okay. It's only a very slight drawdown. I'm not angry about it, but that kind of bothers me a little bit because it already broke. It broke this resistance, and you know, could potentially break this resistance. I don't know. You know, will it keep going up? I hope not. If I go ahead on the 4 hour chart and zoom out, we have 2 red arrows. So that's not too bad. I personally hate, and I know we all hate to see any color followed by, you know, another of the same color going in the same direction. So it sucks when you have a red arrow followed by a higher red arrow. Okay, that's not good. So if you had placed a trade here, you'd have a nice drawdown right now. But the good news is, as long as you are patient, eventually this price will drop. Okay, so now you can see here overall, if we zoom out and look at the past, the price has been steadily going up for quite some time. The only thing is we had a big surge here. Okay, so anything that goes up eventually is going to come down, and I feel that, you know, now is the time. If I look at the weekly chart, we're not going to see all the different arrows, but what we can see is that we hit a strong level of resistance right here, and same point in the past. Okay, now it did break, go higher in the past, so it is possible we could go higher, but you know, it looks like we're at a pretty good level of resistance right now, and this price should be going down. Okay, that much I feel very confident about. Again, I would not go placing a sell trade right away. I'd wait until at least the New York session on Monday, maybe even Tuesday, before I go placing any trades. Okay, because what if you place a sell trade now and it goes up even more? You're gonna be crying. One thing we can do also is draw a trend line. If I go to the 1 hour, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see this. But you see the big uptrend here. Whenever you have an uptrend, you need to find the support. Okay, and I'm going to mark this like so. I don't know if I can extend this out, but that's pretty good right there. Okay, you have a strong support here, strong support here. So this is your trend line going up, and what we need to do is wait for the price to break below that and then place your sell trade. Okay, then the price will keep going down. This might break probably by Tuesday or Wednesday, I imagine. Okay, it's definitely not going to break on Monday. But what you can also do, if you want, is wait until you get a second red arrow and place a trade. Okay, you don't have to trade on the first red arrow. If you zoom out, look at this. Here's your first red arrow, here's your second. Better you trade on the second one, right? You would avoid a lot of drawdown. Okay, and here, even here, the price went down back up a little bit higher, so you could have placed a second, you could have placed a sell trade on the second red arrow and then closed it with profit on this blue arrow. Same thing here. Okay, not a big deal here, but you could definitely place a buy trade on the second blue arrow right here and close it, and then you can place an additional one, but you can close these trades when you get the red arrow. This right here would lead to a big profit. Okay, so only problem is you put a sell trade here, you'd have a nice drawdown right now. Sucks. So anyhow, if you wait until the second red arrow, you're safe. So now you place a sell trade now, but wait until this trend line breaks, and then you can place additional sell trades if you get more additional red arrows. And I feel you probably will as this continues to go down. All right, moving on to US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Okay, this one's always very unique, very different from all the other USD pairs, and we see the price ended almost exactly where it began. A lot of up and down movement, which is okay. That's good. If you can time it, you can get some decent profits. One thing I want to note is that we have a red arrow followed by a lower red arrow here. Okay, and the price did not really go up that much from this blue arrow. If I zoom out a little bit, we see we had multiple blue arrows, so we had the price going up, and now the price is getting ready to go back down. Okay, if we look at the 4-hour chart, let me zoom in a little bit and shift the chart so you can see this. Okay, we had some good highs and lows right here. Okay, if you want to trade from arrow to arrow, right now, honestly, right now looks like a really good time to sell USD CAD, and you could place a sell trade now and just hold it until you get a blue arrow. Okay, that's on the 4-hour. I would probably put my charts on the 1-hour time frame, and I would look for another red arrow. Okay, if you place a sell trade now, that's perfectly fine, but you could also place additional trades if you get more red arrows, and then close them when you get the next blue arrow. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, please let me know if you have any questions about this. Okay, let me know if I'm making sense or I'm just talking to my camera for no reason at all. I know, it's so boring. I wish I could make more dramatic videos or comedy videos, but it's like Forex is so dry, right? So anyhow, my apologies for Forex being dry, but if you are patient and can study this, and like I do, I read these charts day in and day out, and I get tired of looking at the same stuff over and over again. But you become proficient, you will actually see all these patterns develop. Okay, and if you use my magnificent trend indicator, this will really cut your learning curve and make things a lot more simpler for you. So anyhow, that will conclude today's lesson. If you have any questions at all about these predictions, or if you want me to analyze another currency pair not listed here, okay, please hit me up on Facebook. I'll put a link below in the description of this video for my personal Facebook. Okay, please contact me there first. Also, you can join my Facebook group, which I put a description in. I'll put a link in the description below for my Facebook group. Join my Facebook group. Post any questions or comments in my Facebook group. That way, we can all learn from each other and collaborate as a team. Okay, that's really the purpose for this Facebook group. Okay, we need to learn. Okay, and it takes a lot of practice. All right. Also, if you have not checked out my new magnificent trend indicator, I'll put a link in the description for that as well. There's a video on the website you can check out. So with that said, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Please let me know how I can help you. Thank you so much.